All right, yo, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back, guys, to episode number 2 of the Dungeon Series here on the #1 rated Minecraft server, Swurv.oplegends.com, guys. That's the IP, and the port is 19132 for all the Bedrock homies. But, guys, we are here, and Dungeons literally just reset a few hours ago. So, we are doing today's video a little bit different. This will be a total recap of our first 24 hours progression here on Dungeons. And I was giving away the top rank on my last video, so the winner for that will be pinned at the top of the comments below. So go ahead and see if you had commented, or I guess won if you, I guess you kind of know if you already commented or not. But guys, we got a crazy one to get into today, and if you guys want to win 1,000 credits on today's video, comment down your Minecraft username right now, like today's video, and subscribe if you're new. It's super easy, super simple, and the last step is to use my IP. It's only for the Swurv Nation, so make sure you have that IP in. But I will catch up with you guys at the zone and give you guys a little recap of what you missed in episode 1. Alrighty, guys, we are back here at zone number, or I guess 5. Well, this is like the 5th stage. So over here, if we do /zones, we did make it to Arctic Zone last video, and we made it all the way up to Fox. Now today, I plan on going even further and hopefully getting our next rebirth at like $10 trillion. We're pretty close. We're at 300 billion. And with no money boosters, we are making close to 5 billion per one of these foxes, which is really, really good, actually. But I want to go ahead and use today's starting balance, 326 billion, to try and get some better companions. Now, if we do /companions really quick, we do have a decent amount, but our ice wolves are kind of trash right now. They're 14x. There are ice wolves in here that are 26x. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is delete a bunch of our companions that we aren't actually using, and we are doing this because we need to clear up room for new companions. Now, these gives us a ton of money boosters, which we're gonna need in order to keep progressing through each zone. So deleting these is a little bit of a headache, but we can go ahead and mass delete all of the commons and rares, which is what we need. And you know what? We'll keep these how they are. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna delete them. Okay, now if we go ahead and auto open on, it should open up 50 eggs, and until we run out of balance, it will open them up. So hopefully we got some good ones. Let's go ahead and go to our companions. Ooh, we got a rainbow. Very, very nice. Okay, the only one that I think that we aren't really gonna need to switch out is this golden ice wolf. So let's go ahead and take every one of these out and then equip best, and there we go. We are absolutely chilling. So now if we come over here to this fox, they were giving us 3 billion. Now they give us 5 billion. And if I pop this money booster, which is a 300% increase for 45 minutes, right click that, and then I go and slap one of these foxes, let's see, 11 billion. Yeah. And if we do /zones really quick, it's going to cost us $9 trillion. But remember, guys, our rebirth is at 10 trillion. So I think it'll be more worth just to try to get to $10 trillion really quick, so that we could just rebirth and then instantly get that money booster, because every time we rebirth, we get our money booster increase, and we get a rebirth point that we didn't spend in the last video. So I'm gonna really focus on the enchant proc rate for the time being. Speaking about enchants, we have 44 billion orbs that we could spend. We unlocked 2 new enchants: the key finder enchant, which we're gonna go ahead and max out, and the arrow storm. The arrow storm is so good. If you guys remember last season, arrow storm is the one we want for killing mobs, and we can actually go a little bit further in prestige just to make the proc rates happen even more often. So we're gonna prestige at 1, 2, 3 times. There we go. Prestige level 3 max level. That's looking really, really nice. We can even prestige a lucky strike, which we should. So let's go ahead and do that 3 times as well. Lucky strike is prestige level 2, prestige level 3. This is our total sword right here, looking pretty good. Level 69 W. Can we get a like? I know it's kind of corny, but dude, come on. Did you like? Good boy. But we do have a little bit of money to invest into our sword to do more damage, because every single one of these tiers is actually going to increase our damage by quite a bit. Right now we're doing 2.6 million damage per swing, but now we can upgrade to 7 million. And yeah, this went from like maybe a 10 hit all the way down to like a 4 or 5 hit. Not too bad, not too bad. But I'm gonna get to grinding here, and hopefully we can get to enough money for rebirth level 2 to order ourselves a brand new money booster, which we could show you guys how that's going to affect our dungeons journey here. So I'm gonna get to grinding, and I will speak to you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, we're back, and we have the $10 trillion we need in order to rebirth. So if we do /rebirth, $10.5 trillion. We have 12.6. Let's go ahead and rebirth, and we are back. Okay, now everything is gonna reset except our companions, and I made sure to go ahead and upgrade our companions before we actually went ahead and rebirth. So now we have some of the best companions we could get from that zone. Like, seriously, these things are so good right now. But there we go. One polar bear got us $58,000. So I don't know if that's enough to get to the next zone right off the rip. It's about 850,000, but we can spend that money on upgrading our sword so we can do some more damage. There we go. Yep. And this is what I like to see, bro. All right, 1.3 million. Let's go ahead and keep going fast, bro. I'm gonna pop a money booster as well. We have one more 300% for 45 minutes, which I think we should take full advantage of when we're like rebirthing this fast, because if we do /rebirth one more time, it's gonna cost 110 trillion to rebirth. So $3 million per stray. That is insane. All right, we should be able to almost max out this sword. Yeah, we still got a little bit more, but I think it's 150 million to get to the next zone. Let me go ahead and see. Oh no, it's only 48 million. Okay, hold up. We gotta get to the next zone really fast. Let's just speed run this. All right, boom, done. Let's go. All right, snow golems. How much is one snow golem giving us? Come on, show me something good. 51 million. Oh my gosh. Wait, how much is the next zone? 2.78 billion. Okay, well, we gotta definitely upgrade our sword right now. All right, 4 million, 15 million, 50 million. Boom, onto the stone sword for 178 million. We can easily get that. Hold on, let me just go ahead and kill a couple of these. Boom, and there we go. I'm gonna try to work back to where we were at the fox stage of the zone, and then I'll go ahead and touch bases with you guys here in a sec, and hopefully we can do some more upgrading then. All right, we got to the goat zone and we are ready to rebirth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge for us because if we do /rebirth right now, we are going to get from a 4.2 multiplier all the way up to a 5.8, making everything we just did go by extremely quick. So let's go ahead and do this in 3, 2, 1. And now we are back. Oh, what? And there we go. Okay, we are back here at the first zone right after rebirthing. So now it's time to kick this into gear and see how much money we get per polar bear. The first one's always a little bit slow, but I think it'll be okay. Come on, give us something good. And 163,000. Are you kidding me? Hold on. If we do /zones really quick, how much is that? Okay, so that's 16%. Okay, we can definitely spend all this money though upgrading our swords once again, and now we should be able close to one-shotting these. Perfect. This is looking really good. We need to activate all of our boosters though, and we're out of money boosters, so let's first check the auction house to see if there's any online. There is one right here. 100 credits. I'm gonna go ahead and cop that. It's cheaper than buying a loot box and maybe getting it. I will definitely take this. Boom, there we go. And now how much are we getting? 300k. Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna go do zones, teleport to the max zone. There we go. On to strays now. So let's see how much one of these strays are giving us. Come on, bro, this is what I need the most. 6.6 mil. Okay, we can definitely do some more upgrades. Let's just go ahead and continue to upgrade all of these. And yeah, we are literally one-shotting now. Upgrade one more time and boom. Okay, now we have a max wooden sword and we need how much money in order to go to the next zone? We need 48 million. Wait, that's it? Okay, well, let's just go to the next zone then. Onto the snowmans. And this is why you want to rebirth, because you can just go through everything so much faster with a permanent money booster that you get from rebirthing. So it's way more worth to do this than just trying to go through all the zones without rebirthing. It makes no sense. But now let's go ahead and upgrade a couple more to the stone sword. I almost said iron. This is looking really good for us. All right, we got 8 billion though. Let's do /zones. Surely it's not that much. 2 billion for the next one. Let's go on to the rabbits. Wait, how much are we getting per rabbit? Let's see. It is 2.6 billion. Okay, not as much as I would have hoped for, but we could still do a lot of good stuff with that, like upgrading our sword. And now we should be able to two-shot these. Very nice. And we do have this damage booster we could go ahead and apply in the sword leveling. So there we go. What level is our sword actually? 76. Did we unlock any new enchants? We did. Orb Greed enchant. Let's go ahead and max upgrade that for 68 or 680 million, and then we're gonna go ahead and prestige it because we have like 15 billion right now. We'll go ahead and prestige that twice since we can't actually prestige the original orb factory. This is going to allow us to get so many more orbs, which we're gonna need later on. Foxes are only 158 billion. We can definitely get that in very little time. And if you guys remember my one video I did where I basically got access to admin commands for dungeon, we got to test out and see what a bunch of these later in-game enchants do and what really matters when it comes to spending our rebirth points, which essentially is a point every time you get when you rebirth. And we're gonna go straight into the enchant proc upgrade that increases our proc rate multiplier per level. So I think the first season we played dungeons, we were going into orbs, bro, which is totally not what you want to do. You want to put everything into the proc rate upgrade. So there we go, and there we go. Okay, so we have zones now. We can purchase the fox teleport. And remember guys, we were just on goats, and in about 5-ish minutes we're already one zone before that, and now we're making 51 billion per fox, when in reality we were probably only making like 30, maybe 25 billion per fox. So it's really nice to go ahead and rebirth because you get everything done super fast. fast again. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade swords now. We upgraded a little bit, but I do believe in order to rebirth now, we need, yeah, 1.2 e to the 15 money, but then we go from a 5x multi all the way up to an 8x. And then for zones, we're going to need a grand total of $9 trillion, which shouldn't be too hard considering we're getting a trillion for every 20 foxes we kill. And if we can upgrade our sword to the point where we're one hitting these things, then it's going to make that really, really easy to get. So let's go ahead and invest into our sword one more time. There we go. And we're two-shotting, so we just need to upgrade it one more time, and then I think we will be at that one-shot range. So speaking about that, let's go ahead, and now we have enough money for it. So boom, there we go. And are we one-shotting? Yes, we are. Okay, yeah, it's game over. We're gonna get this 10 trillion or however much it costs for the goat. I already forgot. We're gonna get it super, super fast. So let's go ahead and kill up a little bit of these foxes really quick, and then touch back when we are there at the 10, or however. How much does it cost one more time? 9 trillion. Okay, yeah, we're already at 3. This should not be fast or long at all. And there we go. Okay, we have done it. Now we go to zones, and we're already back on the goats, bro. This is insane. Which brings me to my next point. How much is the next zone? 500 trill? We should be able to do that. Oh yeah, we just got 1 trillion for that goat. Okay, well, let's go ahead and invest into our sword. We're gonna need a combined total of around 13 trillion to get onto the iron sword, which I think we could definitely do. And remember, we already have the best companions from this zone, so we don't really need to do too much upgrades other than just kill these goats, because we did so much planning when it came to getting those. But we're already good, so let's go ahead and upgrade once. Let's see how fast we're killing these goats. Not too fast, but it is definitely faster, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and now upgrade again. 9.46 trillion is what we need for the next tier. So I mean, we already have enough, bro. Let's go ahead and slap that on. And then for the iron sword, we're gonna need 31 trill, which I think is going to be worth to invest, because as soon as you're able to one-shot the mobs inside of that zone, it makes it so much easier to go ahead and grind up for the next zone. All right, we have enough. Okay, here we go. $31 trillion, and we are slapping these things in 2 hits. So we just need one more upgrade, which is going to cost us 100 trill. I honestly think that might be worth, but we're gonna go ahead and grind this up for a little bit, and then check back with you guys after when we can get to the next zone. Okay, guys, we've been farming up for quite some time now, and we finally have enough. So let's go ahead and purchase the wolf zone and make our way over there. And guys, we are in. Okay, how fast are we clearing? Well, a lot faster than I thought, but 18 trillion. Wait, how much is it gonna cost to upgrade to the very next zone? 2.9 to the E16, and in order to rebirth, we only need 1.2 to the 15. So we're definitely gonna rebirth before we get to the next zone. So we have our next goal in front of us, but with the new zone means new companions, and we need to upgrade to this companion right here, the Ice Wolf Companion Immortal, because if I do slash companions or just go over to my companion storage, the normals are as good as the goldens. And well, for us, I mean, we could get a bunch of goldens if we save up our money. So yeah, we need this giant money booster literally waiting right in front of us. So that is definitely the next goal after we upgrade our sword a bit and we're insta killing these, which we got to the iron sword, and we're ready to try to upgrade to the 300 trillion. It is probably going to take a while though to get enough money for that, because they're $11.7 trillion each, and I mean, that's a lot of money. And we're gonna try to get another booster, but there's no on AH, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase one of the bundles. Well, actually, let's take a look. Can we? I don't even think we can afford the bundles, actually. So that means we're testing our luck with the SOTW loot box, of which you guys can win one right now by commenting down your Minecraft username, liking today's video, subscribing. You guys know how it goes. Use my IP Swurv.OpLegends and the port 19132. But here we go. I don't. Oh yes, I got a money booster. That is so lucky, bro. What are the odds? Wait, what are these two things? Oh, we just got 3 billion orbs. Nice. Okay, I will take that, honestly, because we need another booster, because we've been grinding for quite some time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this really quick, and I really want to try to make it to rebirth 4 today. So we have to really lock in and try to get as much money as we can for this booster. So let's go ahead and start off by upgrading our sword now. 355 trillion, and yeah, we're going a lot faster, but we do have a bunch of past rewards we could claim. So let's see if we can get any more booster. We're getting a ton of credits. Oh my gosh, the amount of credits we get is insane. Supreme crates right here. Nice. And auto. Okay, so nothing too great. I was really hoping a damage booster would be inside of there, but you know what, it doesn't always happen that way. But I just forgot I had a damage pet and I didn't have it equipped, so we've been doing this entire time for this back half of the video without pets, bro. Now we are actually slaying them pretty efficiently. So yeah, we're already back up to 355 trill, so this should not be too hard to get at all. Yeah, we're almost at 1 quadrillion, bro. And there we go, we're at 1.0 E to the 15. Wait, can we rebirth? No, we need 1.2, so we can definitely get that. I don't feel like that's very hard to get at all. We're at 1.1, 1.2 right there. Wait, so can we rebirth? Oh my gosh, we just rebirthed. Okay, well guys, I guess we're gonna go ahead and end off the video there. Oh no, I forgot to get the companions. Oh no. Oh well guys, I kind of made a big mistake. You're gonna want to make sure you fill up on the companions before you rebirth, because now we got to go through all of the same stuff. I mean, we do have a little bit more of a booster. We were getting 150,000 or 160,000 per polar bear. Now we're getting 300k, so it's gonna go a lot easier. But I'm gonna get to grinding and work on my next video, so I do have something special planned for that one for tomorrow. So subscribe if you're new with post notifications on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't make the same mistake that I did, guys. That's dumb. I love you all. Peace out and goodbye.